Hello everybody, it's Jason Whitney, and we are in the second lesson for your intuitive eating. Now remember, every week there's two lessons. There's one for the physical, that's what's going on in your body, that's where we give you the science to understand what the changes that are going on. The other one is what's going on in our mind. Isn't it true that all of us have a relationship to food, and too many of us have an inappropriate relationship to food? Let me give you an example. Before I started the protocol, no matter how hungry I was, I would always follow a certain ritual when I went to the movies. You see, usually I'd go out to dinner, and I usually ate more than I was supposed to eat, so I overindulged. I was so full, we rushed from the restaurant to get to the theater on time, and as every good red-blooded movie-going patron knows, that you gotta have popcorn with a movie. It's just not the same. The quality of the actor's skill, the cinematography, the music, the storyline just isn't as good without those white, crunchy, buttery, salty desserts, right? And so I would get not a small bag of popcorn, I'd always get the bucket of popcorn. You know why? Because popcorn's already too expensive at the theaters, and the best value is if you get the big bucket. So it was really a financial decision, right? But I also learned when I was little that you buy or you eat what you buy. You finish your plate. There's starving people around the world, and the only way you can respect those starving people, though I don't really understand how that philosophy works, is to eat everything on your plate. Eat everything in sight. So, of course, I'd have to finish the entire bucket. I'd share some with my partner was with me, and then I'd always get a free refill. So I'd have to get my money's worth and get another bucket. It was an endless cycle. And so I would overindulge yet again. So I had an inappropriate relationship to food. Now some of you might see an inappropriate relationship to food if you eat in any of these situations. You eat because you're sad, because you're happy, because you're mad, because you're lonely, because you're bored, because you're angry. There's lots of reasons why we eat. We don't need a reason to eat food. We should only eat food to sustain life and to just enjoy it. We shouldn't eat it because of an emotional trigger. In fact, in the Journal of Counseling Psychology, Dr. Bulkin says that one that is emotionally eaters are more likely to have problems maintaining a healthy weight for the rest of their lives. Well, that's what we're trying to prevent. That's what we're trying to give you. And if you read the tagline of this diet protocol, it is the last diet you'll ever have if you follow it. So, in this lesson, I want you to take the paperwork that's attached to it and answer these questions. The first question on the list is, you eat in reaction to bad or good news. Let me give you an example. You just got a promotion at work, or you just killed it in your presentation, and you closed a big sale. So you go out to celebrate. What do? You go out drinking, you go out eating food, or you go out and get a dessert. Why does it have to always be a celebration of food? That's not a reason to eat. It is a custom, and it's one that we've embraced, but not only here in America, we do it all over the world. It's just part of our culture. Enjoy it if you're hungry. But what I want you to do is check on the list. It's from 1 to 10. 10 is that you do that often, and 1 is that you don't do it at all. And then check off the one that you find yourself doing. There are several questions. Go through there and check it off. It helps you to understand the type of eater that you are. How can you overcome any discrepancies or weaknesses if we don't know what kind of eater we are? And so in this study, I ask you to go through and find out. Do some discovery. Understand what kind of an eater you are. I didn't even realize what kind of a popcorn fanatic. And let me tell you, that wasn't the only inappropriate relationship I had with food. I had several, but that was one that I recognized right away when I started this protocol. You know, on any given day, 53% of American women are on a diet. 42% of men are. A woman will spend more time on a diet than she will not spend on a diet in her lifetime. That is wrong. That's a sad, sad statistic. According to national eating trends from the National Eating Disorders Association, on average, we think about our bodies 8 times a day. One study found that 80% of women are dissatisfied with their bodies. That's sad, 80%. And it's because of what they look like. It's what they feel like. What's worse, 40% would trade 3 to 5 years of their life just to achieve their goal weight. That means that they would just give up and say, I won't live 3 to 5 years as long as normal if I could just weigh what I want to weigh right now. Man, you see kind of some of the problems that are lying in there in our relationship to food. In this country, there are more obese people, or should I say, not just in this country, a study done that there are now more obese people. Now remember, obese is you're over your ideal weight by 30 pounds. There are more obese people than there are people starving. That's a sad statistic. And most of that is happening right here in the glorious red, white, and blue of the United States. We have too much of a good thing. So this protocol will help you overcome it, and understanding why you're eating is a big part of it. So take the test, go through, understand how it is, and then in the next lessons, we'll talk about how to overcome those things. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll get you on the next video.